Hello, Yogscast! We're taking a look at DOTA 2!
We are.
Hello, Lewis.
Calm down. Look at this. It's a Valve game. Rythian's with us as well. Hello, Rythian.
Hello, friend.
So, this is Valve's brand new Dota 2. You were in the beta, Rythian, along with about 333 other people, apparently, who are online.
It's kind of small so far. I think they're gonna gradually increase the player pool, but so far there's not a lot of people in it.
This is the screen here. Do you want to explain what all this is? It's just like news in the middle, is it? And stuff around the outside.
Pretty much, yeah. You can see the matchmaking thing on the left. You can activate or inactivate different regions if you want to play against or not against people from Asia, North America. On the right side, you have the top 3 live matches.
Oh my
and so.
God.
This is the change log. You can see
notes.
updates up on the
Wow.
top. Yeah, patch notes pretty much. Play
Useful.
is where you go if you want to play. And this is watch if you want to go straight into
Wow.
spectating.
So you can just go straight into live games that are going on and see who's playing.
Wow.
It says all the names as well, so you
Dota
can
2
look out
TV.
for pros.
Yeah, that's what they're called. Dota 2 has
goodness.
an incredible spectating system, and we're actually going to have a separate video about that soon enough. For now, Learn and Socialize aren't in, so I spam click a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wonder what was going on there.
And some controls. So this is a very, very basic intro video to the game for people who haven't really played any other Dota clones or Hon or LoL and don't really know what the game's about.
Dota? I don't know what it is. I live under a rock.
Well, Simon, we are going to tell you. Rythian is making
Thank you.
a Praxis game here with bots. Are you going to use bots? Because they've just been added, haven't they?
Yeah, they literally get added today, bots. So when I'm creating this game, I just place myself on wherever. I go into the setup and then make sure that fill empty slots with bots is clicked in. And I also make sure that my
Okay.
server is in Europe to save me the lag I've been having before. It's pretty good to make sure you're in the right type of server.
Yeah, you want to make sure there's a minimal amount of lag.
Yeah,
when
the
you're playing games
latency
like this.
is quite important if you want to
Every
be able to
millisecond
last it and
counts.
stuff. That is true, pretty much.
God.
So, okay, this is
Oh.
the character select screen. You get to
Oh
choose
my
your character.
God.
Now, obviously, there's 3 different sort of types of hero, but that's the very broad types. There's the strength, and there's the agility, and there's the intelligence. And these are very broad because within each of these types there are different roles. Essentially, some heroes are weak early in the game and only get strong later. So these are heroes called carries, and they need to be carried by their team through the game. Other characters have particular skills that make them very good at ganking, so they're gankers. Other characters have abilities to lock down, other heroes, so they're support.
Oh God.
So this is your team. It's 5v5. The idea essentially is that if you look down on the bottom of the radar in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see that there's 2 bases, and creeps or monsters or actual NPCs spawn from each of the bases and run automatically to the other base. And the idea is that these monsters try and take over the other base, but on their own, if left to their own devices, they just meet in the middle and cancel each other out. So the heroes are where the change comes in. The 5 heroes on each
You
team.
turn the tide of battle.
And this is the shop here, so you're buying, what are you buying? 2 slippers of agility. What are those?
Some iron branches and some healing item. There's specifically for all the heroes you have like the recommended start items, which is really nice if you're new to the game. You can get a basic set of items that will start you out fairly well. This items is just the basic agility item that'll give me more damage and a little bit of strength, and then of course health regen, so that I don't have to go back to base as soon as I take some damage.
Yeah.
I mean, part of the problem with doing an intro video about a game like Dota 2 is that there's so much to talk about. Like, every little tiny thing about the game, you could do, like, 10-minute video, or even a half an hour video on.
So you start out at level 1, and with not a lot of money. In fact, you have about 603 gold to start out with, which is enough to get you the basic start items, and, for example, the slippers and the iron branches, etc. eventually, as you kill more heroes and more creeps, you gain more and more gold, and therefore you can start getting your more expensive items. There are all kinds of items in the game, several hundred probably, maybe. I'm not sure the exact details, but you get upgraded boots that make you go faster and have extra statistic bonuses. You get more items that make you nuke more, or items that give you more health, or items that can block spells on you. All kinds of items. And
part of the thing that always gets me about these sort of MOBA games is all of this leveling up, all of these collecting gold, all of this collecting items and equipping them. That's only for the duration of a 30-40 minute match, and when it ends it's all gone and you start over again in a new match. That just drives me nuts.
I can see why, but at the same time that is very addictive, you know, because you get better at doing it every time. You learn to skill up the best ways, what the best items are for your character.
Right, now we see me going down to the bottom lane. I'm figuring I'm gonna try to set up a gank of some sort. So now suddenly, because it's 3-on-2 down in this lane, because I'm with my 2 allies and there are only 2 of them.
Oh god, they're being aggressive. Ooh. Whoa, you're taking a pounding.
Yeah, my allies are just doing nothing for a bit and I'm almost dead, but thankfully they're actually going now, and I'm kind of...
Yeah, they've lured them in.
Luring
them in like a boss. Oh,
so we get the first blood.
Okay.
It's very fluid, isn't it?
So killing heroes has massive advantages. You get the killer gets a big gold bonus, the person who gets killed loses gold, and also it's a big XP gain for the killer as well. So killing heroes is a huge part of this, and ganking is a huge part of Dota. Catching people unawares and teaming up. There's no kind of forgiveness. It's not everyone's like, oh, that was unfair. That was 3v1. Wow. They know that they were ganked, and that's an active part of the game.
I quite like it as well, because if you get ganked, it is pretty much always your own fault for getting ganked.
Pretty much.
Sometimes, but there are heroes who are very, very good at ganking, and they can just jump in out of the fog, or heroes like Pudge, you know, who has the hook, so he can just hook you into the trees.
That's what a noob would say, Lewis. That's what a noob would say.
Anyway, that's a good little first look. If you're not familiar with this type of game, then hopefully, you know, in the next few videos we'll be able to show you guys what's what and what to expect. And
goodbye, and thank you for watching.
See you next time.
Laters!